Hi, and welcome to episode 31 of the Load Down podcast. It's less than a month to go until Download Festival opens its gates. Today, we look at every band playing the Apex and Opus stage on the Sunday of Download Festival.
This is the Load Down podcast.
Good evening.
Good evening, mate. You all right?
Yeah, we're good.
It's going to start sounding like we're doing the same episode over and over again because the weather, again, is absolutely beautiful.
Stunning.
There's been a little bit disquiet on the forums, people getting a bit worried that we're having all our good weather early.
Oh, don't be saying that.
But we said the same last year, saying we were getting the shit weather out of the way, and we all know how that ended up. So
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. It's all...
Because I've been watching all the vlogs every night, pretty much. My wife's been going to bed early every night, not the moment. And at the start, it's like, oh, I've heard the weather's not going to be too bad this weekend. And it's like cut to day 2 and everyone's piss wet through and absolutely sort. And similarly, like the other way around. So like 2023, was it 23, the heat wave?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's going to be a fair bit of rain this weekend. And then again, cut to day 3 and everyone's bright red.
It's almost pointless getting
It
overly
is.
worried because,
Yeah.
like you say, 2023, we went and one guy had said on Facebook that he sold his ticket because the weather forecast was bad.
Oh, no.
And then it was just, I mean, you all know how it was.
Yeah.
But then again, the week after that, Nottingham flooded, didn't it? So
Oh, right.
remember all them, because the thunderstorms were threatening
Yeah,
during
that's
Ghost,
it.
weren't they?
Yeah.
We were thinking it's going to absolutely go here. And it actually held off till about the Tuesday. So everyone managed to get home in the heat and dry. And then the heavens opened. So it's an absolute coin toss, I think.
It is, and obviously we're watching the near-term forecast for Slam Dunk, which is next Sunday now, which is
It
getting
is.
pretty exciting.
So currently the good weather is set to last until Slam Dunk. And the heavens going to open probably as me and Johnny open the car doors to get out
on
into
the
Leeds.
Sunday.
So what are we on now? 13 days as we record. So as this goes out, 12 days until, well, the first alternative outdoor festival of the year, as far as I know.
Yeah, I think so.
And it's a hell of a lineup, so we're very excited about that.
Interesting fact that I saw today on Facebook, and you sent me actually, was the percentage of new downloaders going this year.
Very interesting.
Was it 44%, was it?
44% of people that have bought tickets this year are new to download.
That's insane.
I mean, that's going to include day tickets. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
you'd have thought so.
So you're going to have a lot of Green Day fans and a
Yeah.
lot of Sleep Token fans that
Yeah.
have never been before. So
And it said it could only go off the data, so say somebody with a brand new Ticketmaster account
yeah,
bought it, but then we're going with the 10 friends who had all been before, obviously. But even still, it's quite a high.
well, I mean, we've got Bainsey coming and Bainsey, Vaca, Fraz and
True.
Bawdy are coming, and they've
Yeah,
never
yeah.
been before,
Yeah,
and they're sold on the strength of the Green Day,
Green Day.
lineup
yeah.
with a day that totally plays into that. It's a total dream lineup if you're into that
It is, yeah,
genre
absolutely.
of
Yeah.
subgenre,
Yeah.
and it'll be similar for the Sleep Token Day, won't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think your weekenders will probably be largely the same. I can't see.
And even then, I mean, this episode's all about the Sunday, but going through that lineup, it's absolutely stacked. It's probably,
Yeah,
it is a downloader's dream on the Sunday, I think. So
yeah. It's probably more your typical download dream day, isn't it?
it is, yeah.
Just a bit of a boost for Korn, obviously, but a well-deserved boost, of course. But just as we were on the Slam Dunk thing as well, we got tagged in a video this week, didn't we?
Yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah, by To The Show. So thanks very much for that. That was very nice of you to tag us and to listen to what we had to say about Slam Dunk, and we really enjoyed your video. So if people are looking out for that, go to The Show on YouTube
Yep.
and get a bit of an introduction on what to expect at Slam Dunk, because me and Johnny have never been before,
Yeah,
and
no
we
idea.
really enjoyed it. So thanks very much.
Yeah, brilliant.
And we're starting to pack, aren't we?
Ooh, we are.
We've just done a little bit of a real thing because I don't know, trying our hand at that kind of stuff. It's not really us, but we kind of try to do a low down podcast spin on it where we just wing it and have a bit of a
just
laugh
press record and
see
go
what
for
happens.
it.
But
Yeah.
it's prompted me to go, oh shit, I still need to order this. I've ordered my beer finally.
Yeah.
We haven't got the camera on tonight, but I've ordered some Hobgoblin Session
Yeah,
IPA.
they're very nice as well.
Well, it's really nice. I mean, I get a little bit overexcited, so I can't go on the heavy duty
I know.
5 or 6%.
We proved that when we went straight on the San Miguel that year and we were asleep.
Yeah.
2 hours later.
Oh, the rum in
Oh, the
2023.
rum, yeah. But
So-
yeah, packing time. And like you say, I'll be sat at work and all of a sudden I'll go, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, write myself an email, send it to myself.
Yeah.
Because we're not allowed to have phones at work.
Yeah.
Send it home and then then I've started writing my list now as well, which is great. And it definitely makes me feel more prepared. Even if I haven't bought the thing or packed it anywhere, at least I know I've got a list that I need to go off.
I wonder if anyone, I mean, we see a lot of the influencer, the old influencers, they have very elaborate outfits and whatnot. For us guys, it's just shorts, the same shorts we wear every year.
The same t-shirt.
Yeah, probably the same t-shirts, but or a variation of such.
Yeah.
I did a little bit of a post the other day saying I'd counted up all my t-shirts that I
that's
still
great.
have. So
Yeah.
I've got 62.
Bloody hell.
And I think I've lost 10 or 15.
Yeah.
But we had certain people, I should name, but I haven't got my phone at the moment. One guy had 90 odd.
Wow.
So some big numbers.
Brilliant.
It's a shame because t-shirts are so bloody expensive now.
Yeah, they are.
And it's just the way of the world with the way artists are struggling because of Spotify. And obviously touring is a nightmare for bands now. So they've got to make a bit of money.
Make your cash, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I'd come out needing an extra car going to download because I just end up at every merch queue, every market stall, everything just picking up different.
And the designs are getting really cool as well, aren't they? And they obviously do like one-off band ones sometimes for like the headlights we've got with. And it's like you just sold that immediately.
Oh,
an Iron Maiden at Download
got
Festival
the
t-shirt. You got
one last year.
Gonna have to get that one.
And they'll do. I got a Biffy Clyro one the other year. I'll be tempted by a Korn one.
Yeah.
Oh no! I mean, my wife was. I got all my t-shirts out and piled them up. She said, "Oh, you're selling them?" I said, "No."
She goes, "I'll get it straight on vintage."
Yeah, no. So I've had to put them. I've put them safely away back in the loft, most of them, because
I saw someone made some cushions out of their old t-shirts, and someone had made a duvet, which was pretty impressive, which is pretty cool. That because again, all mine are just in my garage somewhere. So yeah, very impressive. That how many 60.
62 I've got.
62,
So
wow.
Megan said she has about 90.
Wow.
Said I have 90 band shirts. Whoops. Someone who has just a generic username has put, normally wear the shirt of the band I'm most looking forward to on each day. I think I've got about around 100.
Yeah, we used to do that. I don't know if they really do that anymore. I like to rep some of the bands, like when Creeper are playing, I like to wear a Creeper t-shirt to make sure, give them a bit of, not that they need the awareness anymore, but...
No, sorry,
nice
Jimmy Het 81, easily got more than 62, but half don't fit because I love burgers.
Yeah, join the club, mate.
I said that. I said Johnny has lost the ones he bought in his early 20s.
I've got some amazing Metallica ones, but I couldn't even get it over my leg, I don't think.
Yeah, and Tinker said, I don't dare count.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, I like to rep. For the first time, I don't think I own a single band t-shirt from the band's playing Sunday this time, which has probably been the first day ever at Download for me that I haven't had a band t-shirt for repping's sake. I think I'll probably wear a Jimmy Eat World one on the Friday because I first saw them 20 years ago and I've still got that one.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And we got a Sleep Token one, didn't we, when we went to see
We
them?
did, yep.
So I'll probably wear that and get a load of gatekeepers having a go at us.
Yeah.
And Sunday, I'll probably just wear my RIP one.
Yeah.
Or I'll be that bloody knackered. I'll just end up still in my sleep talk. I'm wondering what day it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I've got my Calm on. I might
Oh,
wear that
yeah.
one on the Sunday.
Primark special.
Primark job.
Just write Donington 20,
Yeah, I
25
like
on the
underneath
back.
it.
Yeah, and then you've got your event
There's
special.
my event special one. Cost me a tenner. Yeah, very good.
And talking of T-shirts, we tentatively just released a few T-shirts. If anyone
We
wants
have.
to get a T-shirt for our set when we do our set at Download, we're obviously no pressure. We're softly.
Yeah,
But if you fancy wearing a Load Down podcast tee, get yourself onto our link tree. Our links are in all the bios. They're all not for profit. We're just selling them at cost, and a few of them we're just going to kind of collect the money and donate it to a worthy cause when it goes. We're not in this for the money.
Thanks to everyone who's already bought one, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
absolutely amazing and surprising.
It is. It's mad to see, like, you got some orders. Right?
Yeah,
Really.
jeez, right.
So, yeah, thanks very much for people who have ordered T-shirts. It'd be great to see some people wearing them. But if you don't want to go around with some dog that Johnny created on Adobe.
Yeah, Microsoft Paint.
Was it?
No, it's Adobe Photoshop.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty proud of it all, mate. To be honest, it's just nice to be able to do it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's us doing a bit of having a midlife crisis.
Midlife crisis, basically. All the things we would have done if our bands had been successful years ago.
Yeah, that's it. If we were more talented at other things.
So
But,
yeah,
who he is all looking forward to. It's very, very exciting now. Slam Dunk has taken a little bit of our focus away, or a little bit of the pressure away, I think.
it has actually. Yeah,
It's kind of eased me nerves about doing a live set.
Mm.
We've got a rough outline of what we're going to do. We're going to have a bit of a party.
Yeah.
Our Download first date is always our party, so we're going to do some party hats, we're going to do some party games and have a good laugh.
Bring the party to everybody
One
else.
of our listeners, Ben Pritchard,
Yep.
Pritch, is turning 40 and is hoping to join us, so we are hoping you can make it, mate. That would be great to see you. And yeah, we'll have a
laugh on it.
It'll be a laugh. We're gonna have a good relaxed crack like we always do.
Yeah, that's
just
it.
with a few more people than normally, hopefully.
Yeah, and if not, just be our friends watching us, which I'm absolutely fine with also.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been doing a bit of prep, getting excited for it now, actually. I know the nerves will hit us when we get there, but the thought of it doesn't make me feel sick now, so I've definitely got used to it. And we're all right at public speaking as well. I do it at work quite a lot, but I don't think anybody enjoys it. Do you know what I mean?
No, I'll have to...
So it'll be quite nice. I think when you're at work and it's scripted and everything's like, do you know what I mean? You need to get the point across.
Yeah,
We've
that's
just
more
got
pressured.
a 40-minute slot. We're just going to
Yeah, because
chill.
we were talking before we started about this, how we do not script this at all.
No.
It's totally... We have like notes written down. We've got a rough outline of what we're going to do, and then we just talk.
Just go for
because
it.
we want it to be a natural chat between me
exactly.
and my mate.
Yeah.
I don't want to be reading off an auto cue.
No. And I wouldn't be able to read either way. So
Yeah.
that's why we're doing it.
Yeah. So we'll end up freezing, but no, we won't. We're going to have a good laugh.
Yeah,
I'm sure we will. It's just going to be us chatting to each other and chatting with some existing friends and hopefully some new friends. So
Perfect.
thanks very much for putting us on that stage, and hopefully come and support us. We would really appreciate it. Thanks very much.
Yep.
And talking of Download, we are on a Sunday.
Oh, mate. It's
the
made me really sad. I messaged you, didn't I, the other day? I'm listening to the Corn, and every time I listen to the Corn, I just get immediately sad, thinking, oh no, this will be the last band.
It's
and
such
I
a
had the
tough
same
spot.
feeling going through these bands.
Yeah. You start looking at that. You're looking at your Clash Finder, or you're looking at your lanyard when you get there, and you're going, oh God, there's only 3-4 bands left.
Yeah.
You start getting a little bit of a sinking feeling, which I'm hoping, because Corn, that's going to just power it out of the way.
Absolutely.
And we'll be buzzing, and
Yeah.
we'll get back to Park Farm, have our debrief pint.
Yeah. Or go absolutely fucking mental in the doghouse because everyone's there.
That's the danger, isn't it?
Yeah, because all our mates are coming in we've not seen for a while.
Yeah, we've
Imagine
got
it'd be a big catch up.
We were saying, weren't we? We've got loads of new people again joining us from our. It's not that our friendship group grows. It's just that more and more of our friends get interested about coming.
Yeah.
And I think a few of them have listened to this as well, and I think that's kind of turned them. And we're up to 25 people now on the Friday just
Wow.
in the group. And quite a lot of them are new to download. They're probably making up that 44%.
Yeah, they probably are. Yeah.
It's exciting. I said this to Trish Rayner today. I'm very passionate about download.
Yeah.
I feel quite proud of it in a strange
Absolutely.
way, even though I've got nothing to do with the arrangement or organisation. But it's kind of been a big part of my life for so long.
Absolutely, yeah.
That when I get to introduce someone new to it, I feel really chuffed.
And we're very much like that in everything we do, though, thinking about it. Like, if we've done something before,
Yeah.
we always worry about the other person having a good time rather than ourselves.
Yeah.
Just thinking, like, when we've been to Munich in
yeah.
the past, and it's like, you want to plan it perfectly so everyone can have a good time, and you constantly check in. I think it'd be similar to download.
Well, you know how it makes you feel, and you want people to feel the same.
Yeah, yeah.
It's almost like when you know with your kids and you go through Christmas and all that sort of stuff, and you think, I want them to feel how I felt. So walking through them gates at download for the first time, and as again when you take your little lad, I take my daughter and my son to download for the first time.
That'll be special, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Wow,
making me feel a bit emotional.
Yeah, be great, man.
She started a SATs today. Jesus.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah,
Absolutely mad. So, I've seen there's quite a lot of people getting ready for taking the kids for the first time.
Yeah, that's good fun.
Yeah, welcome to the family. So we'll try and swear a bit less so that your kids can listen. My daughter asked now, can I have a listen? It's like, I'm trying to think if I swore that episode. I can't
It's in a good few posts for people. I mean, they are prepped and they're packed now.
Yeah.
And they've got it all strapped to the cart and they're ready to
Yeah.
go.
We've done that in the past.
We have,
this early.
I think it'll be a few days before, I reckon we'll be doing it this time because we've got so much to sort.
Yeah, I'll start thinking about it after Slam Dunk, I think.
That was funny, though, when you mentioned about the top tip taking cling film.
Oh, yeah. Saf, I can't remember a tag now. Is it the Alt Mummy to Be?
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Safra, Dylan's fiance, she put a thing about, take your trolley, get your cling film out and cling film it. You can cling film it to the trolley. So we got to Bloodstock last time, we'd cling filmed it out of the trolley. And then the last day I came to pack it up, put my hand down the side to get the cling film and I packed tin foil. Tin foil.
What fucking use is that?
So we ended up like all four of us trying to hold everything out of the trolley.
It was a challenge.
Absolutely hanging with COVID.
With COVID.
That's when we all came back with COVID.
We did.
I slept in the conservatory for 2 weeks after it. Quarantining, yeah, Jesus.
Oh, no. Yeah, it was worth it though. We had a great time.
Oh, it was absolute blast.
Good stuff. So
we're
Sunday,
on to
bloody hell, mate. I've enjoyed listening to all these bands though. It's been absolutely brilliant.
It's a cracking day on main and second this, so
a bit too good really.
We're going to be very stretched this day, and there's something for everyone in this lineup. So we should have a little bit of a pause, and we will come back to our breakdown of every band playing Apex, which is main stage if you've not been before, and Opus, which is second.
This is the Lowdown Podcast.
Okay, so we've got a fresh beer,
We have.
and we've just been saying we're getting very excited.
we have a pause about talking about download, and then we talk some
We
more
still
about
carry-
download.
Yeah, I know. And even when we go home, we're still messaging each other, just talking about it.
It is.
So, good investment, this pod, mate.
Yeah, it is. Just need to keep ourselves mic'd up all the time. We'll be all right.
Yeah,
Like we did when we went to that pub.
Oh,
Remember we did
yeah,
that.
was
Tried to do a
fucking
bonus episode where we recorded in the van.
Yeah,
and
with a
then
clip-on mics.
With a clip-on mics, which didn't work at all. And then we walked into a country pub, and everyone's looking at us like we're weirdos. We still had the
Still
clip-on
these
mics
fucking
on.
mics on us. Oh, God, they must have thought, who the hell are these guys? Why do they think they are?
So,
Right
yeah,
then, mate.
So we are back Sunday at Download, the bittersweet day of Download, but for me, one of the best lineup days this year, for
Agreed.
sure. And we are starting on Opus with the Southern River Band.
Not come across these before?
No,
Have you?
new one for me. I started listening to them quite early on because they came up in a playlist, and they're one of a few rock and roll-y sort of old school bands. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got to take it away with a bit of a bio, mate.
I will do, mate. Let me get that. So, the Southern River Band is an Australian rock and roll band from Thornley, Western Australia, known for their high-energy live shows and cinematic videos. They're described as a dance party band and have gained a reputation for their boozing, schmoozing and bruising stage presence. The band has toured extensively through Australia and has supported other notable bands. About formation in their early years, the band was formed in 2013 and has evolved through various lineup changes, eventually finding their signature sound. They blend rock and roll with boogie and trad metal influence, incorporating classic Aussie banter into their performances. Known for their high-octane, shirtless frontman Cal Kramer and a strong focus on live shows, they have been described as one of the best live acts in Australia.
So, what is it about Australian bands where they have to take the shirts off and be mental?
Yeah. I mean, we've got Airborne.
We've got
right,
Airborne as
day.
well. Angus does half a set before taking his shirt off.
Yeah.
But
Partway.
partway, yeah.
Yeah.
No, they always...
Yeah.
He always has his bloody shirt off, doesn't he?
They're all ripped, that's why.
Yeah, they're all on the beach. I don't think this guy is. Got like a mullet and a
Is he?
70s
I've not seen
montage.
any pictures of them or any videos of them. I wish I'd watched them. Not because he's got his shirt off. But I've really, really enjoyed listening to these. Man. What an opener for the Sunday.
Yeah. I've said in the previous pods, I think Download needs to throw more of a bone to the older kind of guard.
Yeah.
We still have our dads come, people that were listening to rock back in the 70s and 80s. Give them a bit of something.
Oh, absolutely.
And this
totally
band,
cut it off.
Yeah, this band are definitely one for those. I've put good old bluesy rock and roll.
Yeah.
They're unable to avoid the AC/DC comparison,
Mm-hmm.
but only some songs. Power Age era. It reminds me of Power Age era AC/DC.
Yeah.
I ran this by my dad, who's the authority, and he agreed.
Oh, good. Yeah. Got the nod of approval there.
I said a bit like a less mental Airborne.
Yeah.
A little bit of Rival Sons thrown in there, and I really like them.
Yeah, I'm quite excited for these. Who are the? What's Clash Finder saying?
Clash Finder is saying possibly Orbit Culture, which they're nothing like, Harpy and Netbreaker.
Okay. Good
Yeah,
mix there.
pretty good mix.
Yeah, I'd be excited to see these. You're knackered on the Sunday. I think this will get you in the mood for what's going to be a very strong day.
Very strong day, but then, as we'll come to find out in a minute, quite a varied day on
It is,
Opus.
actually. Yeah. So I just put heavy blues, almost some country rock in there, and 80s hair metal, I would say. Some sexy guitar riff mixed with some great vocals. I really like.
Guitar. You just want to see this guy with his shirt off.
Yeah, I know. What's going on with me?
It's the heat.
It's the heat. I'm on heat. Great track called Vice City 3. I really enjoyed that. Had a very Motley Crue kind of Kiss feel about it. A fantastic start to the day.
Did they have one called Fuck You, Pay Me?
Do they?
Yeah.
But yeah, what a good find they were. I'm
Oh, man.
quite excited for them. That'd be good.
Yeah, that's going to be mental at 11 in the morning.
Yeah, I know.
If that is the time they're on.
Perfect with a beer, I reckon that.
Yeah. Last days, last big push, get it going with a bit of the Southern River Band. I think that's going to be
on second stage as well.
Yeah.
My favourite stage.
Yeah.
So that'd be great fun.
So who have we got next? We have got 7 Hours After Violet. So there is a very familiar face.
I didn't know this. I've been listening to this morning and I literally just looked at the bio.
Yeah. So we'll reveal in time. Some people will know, some people won't. So 7 Hours After Violet, I'm going to reveal it right now. 7 Hours After Violet is a metalcore band formed by Shavo Odadjian, bassist of System of a Down, in 2024, so brand new. I'm thinking too much about Bainesy. Sorry, I'm falling to pieces here. The band's lineup includes Taylor Barber, vocals, Morgoth on guitar, Alejandro Aranda on guitar, and Josh Johnson on drums. They released their self-titled debut album in October 2024. They formed in 2024. And a bit of a supergroup. Taylor Barber was in Left to Suffer. Morgoth was in Winds of Plague. Alejandro Aranda was in Scary Pool Party, and he was also a runner-up on American Idol.
Was he?
Yeah. But he's on guitars, and Josh Johnson, Winds of Plague, on drums. The debut album followed the release of their single Paradise, and their musical style is described as a metalcore blending heavy riff with melodic elements. So
Alejandro, Was he the guy who played acoustic guitar? It's like incredible. Same.
Let's have a look. I'll have a look.
Scary Pool Party.
So what are your thoughts on these?
So yeah, I obviously got them up on Spotify. They've not got many songs.
No.
And then realising that they'd only formed in 24, which is brilliant. I was really surprised by them. Like I say, they only had one album released in 2024 and they blew my fucking head off. Up.
It is.
It is him. Oh,
Yeah.
it is. What's it called?
Alejandro Aranda.
Fucking hell, he's insane. He does like all finger tapping acoustic guitar. There's a really famous clip of his first audition on American Idol, and it is insane. Watch it over and over again, so check that out. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think we do any of that type of stuff with this band. I'm not sure. But yeah, so they blew my head off. I really enjoyed a song called Radiance. And I think if you really got into them, the proper sing-along songs, and that'd be great for the second stage for sure.
Yeah. I just put Chavo in capital letters
Chavo.
and with an exclamation mark. So I must have been quite excited about that.
But play Toxicity.
Yeah. I put very heavy metalcore with some deathcore thrown in. I didn't hate it. I thought bits of it were quite predictable. Nothing, you know, it didn't rock my world. Wasn't massively sort of, you know, sat up on the edge of my seat or anything. But it was bits of it were quite weird.
Yeah, there's some strange bits.
Yeah, a little bit sick sort of stuff. But yeah, it's good.
I really liked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. I had my headphones on full blast and some of the parts kick in, blew my head off. And my eardrum actually.
Yeah.
That's
So
probably-
Johnny's been to the doctors today after, and you've got a burst
I've got a
eardrum.
burst eardrum. It's probably a reason for that. And the doctor goes, "Have you spent any of your life around like loud noises?" And I was like, yeah, maybe a little bit, but playing drums and go to festivals hasn't done me any good, is it?
Good old Chavo blowing your eardrums out.
Yeah.
So yeah, a very different band to what was opening, but I'm sure many people will be excited to see Chavo back at Download Festival for the first time in, God, 8 years?
2017, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Crazy. Obviously, they were meant to be there in 2020, but...
Yep.
So we're moving on to one of my big finds of a Download Festival this year, and one that I've neglected to listen to up until this point, and I've now regretted it.
Me too.
Nothing More.
Yeah, a few of our friends are really big fans of these.
Yeah, Glenn's a
Glenn
big
is,
fan.
isn't he?
Yeah.
Again, another band I totally missed, and I'm glad I've caught them now because they're fucking great. Should we do the bio?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. So, so this is Nothing More bio by James Christopher Monger. I think he's probably
he's
written
done.
all the
Yeah.
all the bios. So, big shout out to him because you've saved our bacon on this, mate.
Absolutely.
So San Antonio's Nothing More employ a powerful blend of twisty progressive rock, explosive heavy metal, and soaring radio-ready alt rock. Good description.
Very.
The band broke into the mainstream in 2014 with their eponymous fourth long player became an active rock radio hit. They earned 3 Grammy nominations for their 2018 follow-up, The Stories We Tell Ourselves, and continue to refine their heavy melodic rock on 2022's anthemic Spirit and 2024's Carnal. Invoking names like System of a Down, 30 Seconds to Mars, Incubus, Mars Volta, and Killswitch Engage, basically my Spotify playlist, that. Nothing More formed around the talents of longtime friends Johnny Hawkins, Daniel Oliver, Mark Folalunga, and Paul O'Brien. The band spent years honing their sound and skills and sharpening their worldview on the road, adapting a strict DIY ethic and issuing their music independently. Very, very good.
Very, yeah. Thinking up their album covers and everything, they've got a strong image. Yeah, so I've put on these. One of the big fans of this festival for me.
Yeah.
I've known of them for a long time, but I've never listened. I put the heavy alt rock with a few emo elements. It made me think of Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah, that's what I put, actually.
And Blue October.
Yeah.
I've put Jenny and If It Doesn't Hurt At All are great. Oh, If It Doesn't Hurt, sorry. I've just carried on the chorus. And this is the time and in brackets Ballast is my favourite. They're high on my list of bands to see this year.
Yeah, I've started mine off with I'm very nervous about the clashes that are coming up because I didn't look, but I'll put that in there. This is the Time and Christ Copywriter, incredible. They're my favourite. Again, remind me of Breaking Benjamin, a little bit of Coheed in there.
Yeah.
They've got some huge choruses, haven't they? And there'll be a hell of a band to lose my voice to if I've still got a voice on the Sunday. But their self-titled album is pretty perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, so we're looking like likely clashes with Power Trip, Amira Elfeki, and Fairtooth. Pretty good clashes in terms of mixing the genres up. But yeah, Power Trip's.
We'll get on to Power Trip after, but that's going to be a real tough one, that for me.
Yeah, so we are on to The Ghost Inside. Another a bit of a download regular, The Ghost Inside, I think. Very.
Yeah, I've only heard a few of the tracks previously. Not enough to get me really into them, and maybe just never given them a full go. But people love them, don't they?
Yes.
They're absolutely everywhere.
Yeah, very good. So look, I'm trying to think if I've got the one there. So The Ghost Inside are an LA-based melodic metalcore outfit fueled by the kinetic riffing and thunderous breakdowns that have become synonymous with the genre. They first found mainstream success in 2014 with the release of Dear Youth, which made its way onto multiple Billboard charts. The bands went on hiatus in 2015, following a life-changing bus crash that saw multiple band members sustain critical injuries. I'd remember that now when I read it, because I think they ended up with a bit of a crowdfunding thing behind them, but that's just going off the top of my head. But they returned in 2020 with a triumphant eponymous 5th LP. Searching for Solace, their 6th full-length effort, followed in 2024. I need to... so the... what did you think of these, my friend?
Let me get my notes. You could probably hear us swiping like mad on our phones trying to get all the information up.
I neglected to get the right person for the credit. I've cropped my biography a little bit more, and I don't like doing that. Oh, guess who it is? It's my good friend, James Christopher Monger.
Oh, well done, mate. You're welcome on the pod anytime.
It is.
But yeah, The Ghost Inside. I got to this point today whilst I was listening, and I thought, fucking hell, what a strong day the Sunday is.
Yeah.
These for me were just pure energy. Good mix of probably punk and metalcore. I think that's how I would put it. It reminded me a little bit of A Day to Remember, but instead of kind of those clean choruses, just real awesome aggressive vocals.
Yeah.
Some fucking daft breakdowns in there, which are brilliant. And then some of the tracks were going really heavy. Then I was shocked by some nice clean bridge bits, and I don't know who it is that's singing.
Right.
But they were brilliant. Amazing. So I would really like to catch them. I think they will blow your head off.
Yeah. Made me think a bit of Hatebreed, but with a bit more melodic approach. Another metalcore band, and I thought, is it The Too Many? ? For fans of Bury Tomorrow, Fit for a King, Engine 45 and Aftermath are great songs. They are looking likely a clash with Spiritual Cramp, perhaps. But if you're after, I think you're going to be, if you're into this sort of music, you're going to be going from Power Trip on Main over to Nothing More on Opus. So. Yeah, let's see how that pans out. But as it looks at present, you're going to have a bit of a dash around for some pretty solid metal today. It's a good metal day.
It is, actually. I think the lads will really enjoy the Sunday. Our mates that are coming over. Our guests for the weekend. They're going to love it.
Mad. So, you're carrying on with some more cracking metal here on Opus, and that is the one and only Municipal Waste. So do I take it away with the bio?
Let's get the bio. But yeah, this is like, you know, like when you're on a Teams call at work and then someone's waiting to present and there's that awkward 10 seconds where they just try to load the screen. That's what this is like. Right, Municipal Waste by Eduardo Rivadavia. I think he's also featured before.
Yes.
So from choosing a name that makes them sound like some sort of urban public works department to their music itself, Richmond, Virginia's Municipal Waste openly bow down to the memories of 80s thrash metal and cross over decades after and a few hundred miles away from the original movement's heyday in New York City. Emerging in 2001 with an eponymous EP, the group's 2003 debut long player Waste 'Em All helped pave the way for crossover resurgence in the early 2000s. They continue to carry the thrash punk torch on subsequent outings like Massive Aggression, Slime and Punishment, and Electrified Brain, with vocalist Tony Forrester and guitarist Ryan Waste serving as the group's sole constant members.
Is that his actual name? It'd be a great coincidence.
I think so.
It can be
Ryan
right.
Waste. Oh, maybe they named him after him. We'll have to have a look at that.
Yeah.
Ryan Waste and Tony Municipal. Yeah. I've been listening to these for a long time. Our mate Ozzy is one of the biggest thrash metal fans, isn't he? And
He is.
we're all kind of influenced by them when we were in school when we were 15, 16. So I remember Ozzy just wore that Municipal Waste t-shirt to death every weekend when we were at gigs and playing gigs around all the local pubs and stuff.
That Ryan Waste's actual name is
Go on.
Richard Joy.
Oh.
quite a
Yeah, quite the opposite.
Richard Ryan Joy. These are like Hatebreed on acid, aren't they?
Yeah, they're absolutely brilliant. I mean, it just says when you think of thrash, expect exactly what it says on the tin.
Yeah, it's like someone put all of the big four in a blender and fast forwarded it. It's like it's absolutely
rapid.
mental.
Yeah, it is really quick. Yeah,
It's like Megadeth,
Yeah.
going absolutely. It reminds me most out of the big four of Megadeth.
Yeah.
It's guitar work and Anthrax's
that's
vocals.
right. Yeah.
But yeah, I put 2-minute thrash songs. What's not to like?
They reminded me a little bit of Evil when we saw them at Bloodstock. And as soon as you get that type of 4 count into a massive thrash beat that just goes really fast, just makes you want to go fucking crazy. We were just running around in circles going mad. Probably where we got COVID.
We all
actually.
got COVID and I lost my phone.
We did. Yeah, hell of a day. But,
High five.
yeah, so that'll be very good fun. And the lads will be all over that, I think.
Yeah, so we are next on to Alien Ant Farm. So
Yeah.
this is going to be an interesting one for me. So I'll do the biography. So Alien Ant Farm biography by Mackenzie Wilson. So Southern California's Alien Ant Farm employ a freewheeling blend of new metal, post-grunge and punk pop that landed them mainstream success when their quirky, souped-up rendition of Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal topped the Billboard Alternative Songs charts in 2001. The band continued to maintain a steady radio presence throughout the aughts, delivering a string of efforts like Anthology, True Ant, Up in the Attic, that owed more to alt metal outliers than the work of many of their peers did, side projects, personnel issues, and major label chicanery. Bloody hell, mate. Prompted a long studio.
Got this one.
Prompted a long studio hiatus that ended with 2015's Always and Forever. Fans endured another long wait before the group served up their 6th long player, 2024's Mantras. They were formed in Riverside, California in 1996 by singer-songwriter Dryden Mitchell. Right, I am going to say these are a much better band than I previously gave them credit
Fucking
for.
hell, I put exactly the same.
Yeah, I've put Always defined by a Michael Jackson cover.
Yeah.
In parts, new metal, alt rock, and
Yeah.
alt metal. I've put the new album Mantras is very good. Made me think of bands like Incubus. Really well written, alt rock with radio friendly hooks. And the old bassist still does me head in over 20 years on, and he's not even in the band anymore. He still pisses me off. I don't know why. He just looks like an absolute knobhead. I'm usually not that sort of person. I'm sure people who remember that video well will know exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the Smooth Criminal thing, as whilst gave them, immeasurable success, has also held them back because some of their own songs. I mean, we all know movies from back in the day, but The new album is seriously good.
I always had them down, and I don't mean this the way I'm saying it, but as a like a jokey band,
Yeah.
like maybe a piss taking, because the videos are always quite light-hearted and funny.
Yeah.
There's only a handful of songs you kind of know, and I just thought they were maybe a bit of a gimmicky band, and how wrong
Yeah,
I was.
a bit of a Wheatus.
Yeah, when you listened, especially that new album, it's pretty serious stuff in there,
yeah.
and they're incredible. Listen to that new album today, that Mantras, very proggy.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, when you think of it, an Amp-Farm, you almost think catchy comedy, but yeah, very serious. And then I was listening to one song on the album called Everything She Wants. And I was thinking, fucking hell, he sounds like George Michael. Have you heard it? I was like, this is insane. And I was like, hang on a minute. I think it is George Michael. And they've done a cover of a Wham song.
Oh,
but
right,
yeah,
okay.
he sounds so good.
Yeah, he's got the lead single on that, Fade's really good.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing their other stuff live as much as I'll be buzzing when I see the likes of movies live. I think that'll be good with everybody around us.
Oh yeah, and unfortunately, we'll have an absolute blast when they play Smooth Criminal.
Yeah, we will.
I just hope that they get the attention that they deserve on their other stuff.
Yeah, they're playing it quite well with that. So when you look on Spotify at the top 10 tracks, number 1 is the Smooth Criminal cover, and then number 3 is Smooth Criminal Remastered, and then number 7 is like Smooth Criminal remastered. It's so they've just redone it. It's
like Wheatus. Wheatus' top 10 songs are different versions of Teenage Dirtbag.
It just reminded me of like, I don't know. I'm going through this real nostalgia stage at the moment. Some people might call it a midlife crisis, but I started watching the Osbournes last night from the start. I started rewatching all the Jackass series and really getting into it. And Alien and Amp-Farm were absolutely prime during that time when I was watching them. So
that's it.
That would take me back.
Get your skateboard. Get down to the.
Can you take your skateboard? Did they say that on the thing?
It's a weird one, this just to go off topic slightly, because the District X thing, when the poster came up, it said skateboards provided, as though people are going to be allowed to use the skateboards.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm sceptical if that's true, because the ambulance tent's going to be absolutely rammed, isn't it?
It's probably one of the most common questions I keep seeing being asked on the forums and on Facebook is, can you turn up and have a go on these skate ramps and stuff?
I think Download, if any of this ever makes it back to anyone at Download, you need to answer that question, because it does suggest that you can. If it says skateboards provided, it suggests to me that you can have a go.
Skateboards provided.
So please keep me far away, because I went on a skateboard once and cracked my head.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll be keeping you away from that.
Oh, God, I'm the lankiest. I'm only 6'2", but I'm bloody... Yeah, I have got no coordination whatsoever. So I'm worried about standing on the stage, never mind bloody skateboarding.
So, yeah, Alien Amp-Farm. What's the clash looking like, mate? Because this is where it gets really tough for me.
Our legs will be tired from skateboarding.
Yeah.
And
running around in a circle to Municipal Waste.
Yeah. Oh, man, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's my sugar.
Whoa.
Potential with my sugar. And that is going to be tough. Dead Poet Society, don't know yet. We will soon learn. And none of us know President, but that's also going to be tempting. We'll see whoever that might be, taking us to the year 3000. So we've got, one of the bookings of the festival for me. One of the people I put in my, almost top of my wish list was Alice in Chains. Oh. We didn't get that. We got something nearly as good. Well, pretty much.
He is Alice in Chains.
He is Alice in Chains. Well, definitely. You know, the founding force, the driving force behind arguably the best grunge band.
Yeah.
So if anyone doesn't know, Jerry Cantrelli is the guitarist, co-vocalist, songwriter, etc., of yeah, the absolutely phenomenal Alice in Chains. So, yeah, Jerry Cantrell is best known as the chief songwriter, lead guitarist, and vocalist for legendary Seattle rockers Alice in Chains, who distinguished themselves in the 1990s grunge scene with their dark, heavy metal forward sound. After the death of co-vocalist Lane Staley in 2002, Cantrell became the frontman, steering the group into the next decade and beyond. In addition to his work with AIC, Cantrell has navigated a successful solo career with solo efforts Boggy Depot in 1998, Degradation Trip, Volumes 1 and 2 in 2002, Brighton in 2021, and I Want Blood in 2024, and has contributed material to multiple film soundtracks. So the latest effort, co-produced by Cantrell and Joe Barresi, who has also worked with Tool, Queens of Stone Age, Melvins, is 2024's Muscular and Assured I Want Blood, featuring contributions from Duff McKagan, Robert Trujillo, Greg Puciato, ex Dillinger Escape Plan, of course, and in Better Lovers at the moment, and Gil Sharon from Team Sleep and Stolen Babies, which is a terrible name. Among others. Jerry Cantrell biography, of course, that was by Greg Prato.
Yeah, I am beyond excited for this. And for some reason, when Kate announced it to us on the announcement episode, I didn't even click with the name.
Did you know?
No, didn't even click. And being a huge Alice in Chains fan,
You think Jerry Halliwell, were you married?
yeah, probably. Yeah. I don't know. It never went in. And then when you said, "Oh my god," I got goosebumps immediately. So,
Well, we said it to Rob. He's like, "You're joking, bloody hell!" Like,
so
Rob's probably the biggest Alice in Chains fan I know.
yeah, he said he would travel the earth to go and see them.
And he declared this to me just before Daughtry's set in 2022, and then Daughtry covered Man in the Box.
Yep,
Pretty well as well.
Yeah, they did. I'm very excited for this. I've been watching live videos of him recently, doing his own stuff on YouTube, which is well worth checking out. He does loads of Alice in Chains songs as well in his set, but his own stuff is also phenomenal.
Yeah,
You don't realise how much of the brains behind Alice in Chains he is, and even when, again, I think they played Rock Am Ring a couple of years ago. I watched an Alice in Chains set the other day on YouTube.
right.
He's almost just the front man.
Yeah.
It's more than co-vocalist for sure. His vocals are so distinct; they just cut through.
Yeah.
And I've never realised that until I started watching them more recently.
No.
But yeah, absolutely buzzing for that.
So yeah, I've put the same, an absolute icon of rock music. Latest album, I Want Blood, is full of the signature Alice in Chains sound, and with Alice in Chains classics in the set.
Yeah,
it's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
I have put there's a potential for a horrible clash here.
Yeah, there
Spirit
is.
Box.
I know,
which is bad.
That is bad.
I'm going to probably upset people and say I'd probably go to this.
I am as well.
I think it's oh god, it's bad. I'm just fingers crossed that
the only thing that would make me not go is with the fact that they're playing the Back to the Beginning. So I'm almost thinking, would we see them there? Until this week, where Alice in Chains have cancelled all the gigs for the tour because the drummer has had a non-serious illness, but they've had to cancel all the dates. So bit of a risky one that.
They might rock one of the drummers at that.
Oh yeah, one of
us. Sleep Talking too.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's going to have to be Jerry Cantrell for me, especially because I know the lads will go to that as well, and there'll be some really memorable experiences over that weekend, won't there? We'll look back on in years to come and go, "Wow, that was good."
Oh, absolutely.
I don't want to put too much pressure on it, but I think this will be one of them.
It's going to divide our camp, isn't it? This one.
Yeah,
I think half will go to Spirit Box, probably more than half. I will be pained to miss Spirit Box, but
which I'm gutted about. But it's also probably not too bad of a clash.
No, really. I mean they're totally different. Aren't they?
In terms of genre, but yeah, be gutted to miss Spirit Box. I really will. I think it'll be quite a defining set from them.
You've got a good run as well because you're straight on to some more Mad Australians.
Yeah.
And the Mighty Airborne, so I'll let you take this one because I just realised I did two in a
No,
row
that's
there.
all right, mate.
Apologies.
Don't worry about that. Got to find them first. So, Airborne is an Australian hard rock band formed in 2003 in Warrnambool, Victoria, by brothers Joel O'Keefe and Ryan O'Keefe. They are renowned for their high energy performances and sound reminiscent of classic rock bands like AC/DC. Yeah, there's not much more to say on that.
There really
If you like AC/DC, you're probably going to like these.
Yeah. It's a little faster than AC/DC, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
In a lot of ways. I put raucous rock and roll. Comparisons with AC/DC will never go away.
Yeah.
But they have their own stamp on it.
They do, for sure.
Their own stamp on a familiar genre. I thought it was quite interesting that they have no new albums since they last played. Obviously, they last played in 2022, which was the album was 2019's Bone Shaker. Bone Shaker's great. It's full of no nonsense riffs.
Did we watch them? Have we seen them?
Yeah. Remember we had the video, and he made everyone do the old Corey Taylor, everyone get down.
Yeah.
And jump up, and on the video we all jump up, and then about 30 seconds later, my dad just slowly makes his way up. And he had a bar, like a little bar on stage, didn't he? And he pulled himself a pint and said, "I fucking love you," something. Didn't he?
I can't remember this at all.
Yeah. I've said if you haven't seen Airborne live, you're in for a riot. They're just mad.
Perfect slot that as well. I think. There's a song called Back in the Game, and if you ever need a pick me up, and we definitely will do on the Sunday because we'll be wrecked. Listen to that song and you feel like you're going to a fucking boxing ring. It's absolute perfect entrance music, perfect boozing music. It is just.
Well, on your stag, me and Dad had kind of avoided too many of the drinking games. We'd done a bit and tried to kind of play the long game.
Yeah.
Got to the Sunday and Dad said, "Oh, go on, we'll get on it now, do the dirty pints and all that sort of stuff." We went for a piss and I said, "Bloody hell, Airborne are on in 10, 15 minutes." And we were, at the back end of Gold Camp, weren't we? And he goes, "We're going to have to go. I'll be bloody furious if we miss Airborne." So we ran from the camp all the way to the arena, absolutely knackered. Watched about 30 seconds and Dad goes, "I need a pie." And we went and got a pie. And the next thing I remember, I woke up about an hour later and we're lying on the floor and went and got an ice cream. Don't know why. And Matty Aythorn came around and he said it was like my eyes were spinning in the back of my head. I sobered up somehow for later on. But
it's like when you were younger and you couldn't afford loads of beer, so you'd neck a load of cans and you'd spin around in a circle for like 30 seconds. That's what you'll have done. Done all the dirty pints and then legged it to thing, and then you'd have been.
I don't know how I regained must have. I think Alter Bridge must have bored me into being sober.
Sobered you up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that'll be. I think your dad and Drew and everyone will really enjoy them as well. That'll be a good party for everybody.
Oh yeah, you're not.
Again, Clash territory. What are we looking at with this one? Have we said? Be a long one tonight.
I was just thinking the same. We're too excited to stop talking. Sorry, everybody. Stick with us a little bit longer. Or I'll do it in 2 hours. Boost our plays up.
Spotify's enough plays now, so
yeah.
pause and start as much as you want.
So, Clash Finder. So I'll have a look. Airborne are looking likely to clash with. And I mean, on Clash Finder at the minute, they're kind of sitting nicely in a little gap between Spirit Box and Bullet, so that'd be quite nice.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So you've got a pretty good, sensible run there of Alien Ant Farm, Jerry Cantrell, Airborne, and you'd almost have a straight, sensible run to Steel Panther if they hadn't put Lorna Shaw there.
Yeah, it's an odd one, isn't it?
That's an odd placement for Lorna Shaw. I mean, we've said this a lot. I think Steel Panther, the joke is wearing out.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen them before, they are funny. I think it's maybe a little bit dated humour. You have to sit on the fence a little bit with this one because some people do find it offensive.
Yeah.
We've had a riot watching them in the past. We may have grown up a little bit since then,
Maybe,
but we might not have done after 3 days,
After a
3-4
full
days
day,
of download.
Pissed up on the Sunday.
But anyway, I think Lorna Shaw would have been a worthy second stage headliner.
Yeah.
They would
I
have
think you're right.
easily
Over Steel Panther, yeah. Steel Panther didn't headline last time, did they?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, they did. Sorry.
Over the Darkness, who again I thought
okay.
deserved maybe a little push
Yeah.
up, but they didn't get it. But yeah, Lorna Shaw. So Lorna Shaw are
I think they played main stage last time though, didn't they? Lorna Shaw. Maybe they just try to mix it up.
maybe, yeah.
But
They are very, very popular.
yeah.
And they are excellent in their genre, excellent in their field. It's not a field that I love. I can listen to it.
Yeah.
The guitar work and everything it's literally grit your teeth, clench your fists,
Blow your head off.
curl your bloody toes off,
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
lose your eardrum.
Lose one of your eardrums.
But they're masters of the craft, aren't they?
Yeah.
We have covered them in detail, so that's why I'm not going into detail. And
Yeah.
we also have Steel Panther.
Yeah.
So there's your run up on second stage. So should we move on to Opus
Opus.
with Orbit Culture?
Go back to my notes.
Aye.
Should I try and find the bio?
Yeah, man.
So, Orbit Culture is a Swedish melodic death metal band formed in 2013. Good luck, here we go. In Exgjur. Wait.
That was phenomenal. Swing and a miss.
Awful. The band's current lineup includes Nicholas Carlson, Richard Hansen, Fredrik Lennartson, and Christopher Wallerstedt. They are known for blending melodic death metal with groove metal, creating a sound that is both heavy and emotionally resonant. The band was founded by Nicholas Carlson and Maximilian Zinsmeister. This is not Zinsmeister. He's in American Pie, wasn't he? They initially operated as a computer project before evolving into a live act. Okay. Orbit Culture draws inspiration from bands like Metallica, Gojira, experimenting with a wide range of sounds. They are known for their dynamic and propulsive sound, blending aggression, melody, and technicality.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Very good.
Yeah.
We got into these before the Trivium and Bullet tour.
Yeah.
They were the main support, and I was very much looking forward to seeing them. We didn't end up going because of a personal emergency that happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, very heavy, spotted Trivium and Bullet. Melodic death metal. The clean, and I thought cleaner vocals remind me of Hetfield a bit, actually.
Yeah.
Other bits, a bit of Gojira. Fans of Gojira, Amon Amarth and Silosis will enjoy. I was a little bit sceptical of the double bass pedal in North Star of Ninja.
Yeah.
It's too fast. That's too fast to be played by a human. I'm sure of it.
Done all these days, mate. Honestly,
but what you said then, the computer program, it's literally like
yeah.
they'd be playing it with the Black and Decker.
Yeah, some of them do. They just put like triggers on the bass drums now, and even if you just tap them slightly, it does it, and they can just play rapid. But that was my favourite track.
Yeah, it's a cracking
North
song.
Star Ninja is a brilliant track.
Almost progressive, isn't it?
Yeah, really, really good. Reminded me a little bit of, like I say, Metallica and some Trivium in there. Mixed with a little bit of Lorna Shaw, just the intensity, I think.
Yeah.
And the next band, which they reminded me of, which is Bleed From Within.
Very, very.
So a nice little segue into them.
Segueing in.
And the reason why I say that is because I had totally missed that these were on the lineup for some reason, and we probably spoke about it over and over again.
Yeah.
So when I was going through the band today, it was a real. I was shocked to see these, and I totally forgot they were playing. But what a pleasant surprise! But yeah, like I said, I'm sure we spoke about them over and over again.
Yeah, so I'll do the bio.
Yep.
Bio on them. I mean, I feel like they're such a staple of download and the UK festival scene, deservedly so.
Yeah.
That people know them, but let's have a look. Bleed From Within. Bleed From Within is a Scottish metalcore band formed in Glasgow in 2005. It's a long time, actually. They look younger than that. They are known for their blend of extreme metal elements and catchy melodies. The band's current lineup consists of vocalist Scott Kennedy, drummer Ali Richardson, bassist Davey Provan, and guitarist Craig Gowans and Stephen Jones. They've released 7 studio albums and 3 EPs. Their latest album, Zenith, released in 2025, and toured extensively in the UK and Europe, as you all probably know. Their music combines crushing guitars, punishing breakdowns, and sweeping melodies, often described as melodic metalcore. So my thoughts are brutal, angry, and excellent. I've put new album Zenith is one of the best metal albums of the year, in my opinion, and I think people will probably overlook it and shouldn't. So if you haven't listened to this album yet, get on it, because it's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
For fans of Bury Tomorrow, Silosis pop up a lot in this. Fit for an Autopsy and Kill Switch.
Yep. Perfect. I been following these recently, so I think they've toured with Slipknot, which I think will have helped for sure. A few interviews with them, and they were just saying that it's a real pinch me moment for them, because they're the biggest influence. And they seem to be doing really well over in the States as well.
Good.
At the moment, I think they've just done a couple of festivals. I saw a bit of footage. It looked like they had a real good turnout. And then I listened to a few tracks off that new album, Zenith, and then that was me for the next hour. And I just listened to the whole thing. Brilliant. Really good, isn't it?
We've seen them a couple of times, haven't we?
Yeah.
At different festivals, including the Download Pilot, where they just set fire to the whole thing.
Yeah, they did.
And I was thinking they sort of put Bullet to shame for their stage production.
Yeah.
And that also just reminded me about the Bullet and
the Trivium thing.
Yeah, so should we talk about that at the end?
Yeah.
Excellent melodic metalcore, I think, is the absolute word for it.
Yeah.
But again, I find metalcore at times samey, Bleed From Within stand above that.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
And they seem like really cool guys as well.
They seem really down to earth.
Yeah, whenever I see them in interviews, so I'm on the Ramesh and Rob thing, they just look like a real laugh and just really nice guys.
So that was last year, wasn't it, where they did that Rob and Ramesh thing?
Yeah.
It looked like they had loads of... I imagine it was probably trying to get all set up for the TV.
And the rain as well.
And fucked it all up. So I'm glad they're coming back and doing a full set, because I think people were a bit gutted, actually.
Yeah. It's a shame it's on the Sunday, because that's always the one that seems to have potential to go fucking awry. So we are on to a big find for us, aren't we?
Yeah.
Which it's not that we don't. We knew of Power Trip, just didn't really listen to him. So do you want to go for this one, mate?
Yeah, again, like you said, I haven't listened to these for a long time. Let's find the bio. If we got one. Here we go. Power Trip is a thrash metal band formed in Dallas, Texas in 2008. The band's original lineup included Riley Gale on vocals, Blake Ibanez and Nick Stewart on guitars, Chris Wetzel on bass, and Marcus Johnson on drums. Johnson was later replaced by Chris Ulsh. Riley Gale passed away in 2020, and Seth Gilmore replaced him as vocalist in 2023. Power Trip has released 2 studio albums, Manifest Decimation in 2013 and Nightmare Logic in 2017. Power Trip's music blends hardcore punk, speed and death metal influences, drawing inspiration from bands like Cro-Mags, Violence, Nuclear Assault and Leeway. The band gained recognition for their energetic live performances and politically charged lyrics, according to the Obscene Extreme. Their music has been featured on various platforms, including the Billboard charts, and they have received accolades from music publications. A live version of their song Executioner's Tax, which is my favourite song, was even nominated for a Grammy Award for Best Metal Performance. What a day this is going to be, mate. Bloody hell. Again, an absolute find. Like you say, we knew of them, I'd heard the tracks, but thanks to this pod, I've really got into them. Fucking hell.
Yeah, and obviously, Riley Gale's, tragic passing.
Yeah.
I knew of them all probably because of that more than the music at some point. But the fact that they've only got 2 albums and the amount of great songs they've got from those 2 albums is pretty excellent. These will be great. I've put a pretty heavy mix of thrash and metalcore. No, sorry. Rewind that one. Thrash and hardcore.
Yep.
Reminding me in parts of Suicidal Tendencies and Municipal Waste.
Yeah.
They're pretty on the nose.
Yeah.
Uncomplicated head-banging stuff.
Yeah.
Which is,
Exactly the same.
yeah.
Bang your head thrash I've put.
Yeah.
It'll be one of those where it's funny because you can see everyone pulling the same face. You have your pint in your hand, and if you're not running around in circles, you're just banging your head as fast as you can with your teeth. Like you're looking at your mates, and
Yeah, gonna end up with bloody whiplash that day.
whiplash.
Yeah, and then more metal. There's more metal. This is what I mean. The amount of times you get download, bloody, there's no metal at download. Fucking hell, look at this.
This is battle jacket heaven. This, isn't it?
Oh man, it is. It's gonna bloody stink. I say that with love and affection.
Yeah,
And
because mine still does from last year, and I'm not going to wash my battle jacket. Can't be asked.
It's not bad. It's still got the mud on.
Yeah.
I washed my wellies actually the other day.
How did you?
I thought, where are my wellies? And I pulled them up, and it's still in the bag from download.
Oh,
So you're
no.
not in my rucksack, obviously.
Yeah,
Like a
yeah.
plastic bag in the garage, just caked in half of fucking Donington Park. So we are getting towards the upper echelons of
Who were they clashing with
Stage.
again? Sorry, Power Trip. Just so I
Power
remember.
Trip. Let's have a look. It was someone we wanted to see, wasn't it? I
Yeah.
can't remember now. Potentially nothing more.
Yeah, that's a fucking bad clash.
It is.
Ooh,
I could see us dividing and conquering on that one.
I think we
you'll
will.
You'll
I
be
think
power tripping out.
I'll be
probably.
power tripping with the lads, I think.
Yeah. Stomping.
Yeah.
So we're on to the mighty Ginger. So Ginger are no strangers to Download Festival, and they are a Ukrainian heavy metal band from Donetsk, formed in 2008. None of the founding members remain with the band, and the current lineup considers 2009 as its official year of formation, with the arrival of singer Tatiana Shmeluk and guitarist Roban Ibram Khalilov. The band has since added, another series of tongue twisters. Eugene Abdukhanov and drummer Vladislav Ulasevich. Their fifth studio album, Duel, was released in February 2025. So, what are your thoughts on Ginger?
Yeah, I have been a fan of these since we saw them in 2023. What was the year you guys passed out?
2023, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I totally missed them.
Did you miss them? Absolute force.
Yeah.
Watching them out, they're incredible.
I'm slightly earlier than that because they played 2019, but they were in a tent that no one could get in.
Ah, okay.
And they also were meant to be at Bloodstock 2021.
Yeah.
Then they were, then they weren't. Then the war started.
Oh, yeah.
And they ended up pretty much being shelled.
Yeah.
And then after that, they got like special permission, didn't they, to
They
leave,
did,
to
yeah.
tour, to kind of promote Ukraine's plight. And then our COVID restrictions stopped them coming in. So that's a lot of shit.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah. But I'm personally, big fan. I think the new album is excellent.
Yeah,
Been listening to that quite a lot. I don't know how I've not listened to new music for so many years up until doing this podcast. I mean, I'm not saying I don't listen to any new music, but I've seemed to have just suddenly found loads of time to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying it so much.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm exactly the same.
And Tatiana's voice is just insane.
There's I was so engrossed in watching that performance in 2023, probably because you were all fast asleep, so I had no one to talk to. But watching them, and when I listen to the songs now on Spotify, it takes me back immediately to that point, and I feel exactly the same.
I have to see what I missed.
It's absolutely brilliant. So yeah, I really like them. There's a song called Teacher, Teacher, which I really like. It's a perfect mix of everything. Haunting, almost, some
Yeah.
of the choruses.
Insane time signatures.
Yeah, yeah.
One of the best death growls I've ever
Yeah,
heard.
yeah.
Then mixed with some of the best bloody clean vocal singing.
Yeah, yeah.
Such a good front woman. So
Yeah.
perennial Abe Colossus calling me similar. I Speak Astronomy, which is my favourite. I remember seeing that, so I must have been awake for some of the set. Copycat and Teacher, and As I Boil Ice. So I think I must have missed the first 4 songs because I was.
And that's the thing. You weren't asleep because you were bored. You were asleep because we'd had a bit too much rum for breakfast.
We had our friend Drew's 60th, so
We did a bit of a party. So that's what you can expect on the live performance for us in the courtyard stage. All absolutely steaming.
We've learned some lessons from that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think most people have heard of Ginger now. Again, some bad clashes, I bet.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't got the class round up here because we are up into the bands we've already covered, actually, which it doesn't mean I'm not going to talk about them a little bit, but we're on to the mighty Meshuggah.
Yeah.
Who weren't no, we're not. Oh yeah, Meshuggah. So they're managed. So the logo bands are now 4 bands from the top. That's quite interesting. So yeah, that Meshuggah will be good. Ginger a bit low down there for me. We've gone through all of these bands in previous ones. So Meshuggah are icons of the genre. Very much looking forward to them if we can see them. It's Clash Central Sunday. It's really
it's
bad.
a bad one, I think, isn't it?
Spirit Box, as we've said. Their new album is also really good. Bullet have been pissing Trivium off, it seems.
Yeah, I've actually print screen. Someone had done a. Actually, on Meshuggah. Have you seen the video of them playing live recently?
No.
And they do Bleed.
Right.
So they basically have like all the house lights up, and then and they're on and the Meshuggah just on stage. You don't hear any click into the song. You don't hear anyone counting in. He doesn't even announce it, and it just comes in. Lights go
shit.
down. The lights go. Fucking hell! It looks amazing. I hope they do that. That'd be brilliant. But yeah, Trivium and Bullet. Let me
big
find
fella now.
this.
So yeah, the Bullet are now no longer playing the South American dates. Is that right?
That's right. So they said supposed to be doing a full world tour, including South America, Chile, Brazil, Australia, New Zealand. But there was no information published about any of the dates. But they'd agreed to do it. Apparently, it was all planned and booked. And sometime during the North American dates, Tuck decided he was done with the tour. So this is paraphrased, by the way, from someone on Facebook. Tuck decided he was done with the tour. So Bullet is out and basically screwed Trivium over and the fans of both bands. One of the Trivium guys, Paolo, called him out during a live stream on Facebook and Instagram. He says Tuck got his feelings hurt due to it, and Paolo mocked him on TikTok. Also revealed, so I actually did see this. So Trivium put a comment out of their own band page onto Facebook saying that Matt Tuck is the sole decision maker of Bullet and doesn't respect Trivium nor their crew, and that came from the official Trivium thing. So what the fuck's going on there?
I've heard this in the past. The former bass player did not have good things to say about him. Just a very big ego from what I've heard.
Yeah, it's a shame that.
It is a shame because that's propelled Bullet back into serious arenas where they've struggled for years because their output's shite.
And he'd said he doesn't like playing the old stuff, but that's what people want to hear. So,
well, if you write some better news stuff,
yeah, that's it. People turn up.
I don't recall the last time they wrote anything half decent. Maybe 2015 was a little bit of a return to form.
Yeah,
but they're not writing good albums like Trivium are.
No, and it's a shame because it does put them in a bad light. That
it does.
Again, you don't know what both sides of the story are.
Yeah, you have to
take a pinch of salt a little bit. But I think that.
So we're going to end up with like that wrestling ring's going to end up with CKY and Alien Ant Farm hitting it up, and then Trivium will come over from Bloodstock and
do the surprise set, hopefully.
Yeah.
Whilst Bullet are on.
Yeah, that'll do me. So, yeah, it's a hard one because I'm looking forward to seeing Bullet, but yeah. I can't imagine him being a very easy person to work with. And Paolo, seems like a really chill guy as well. So it must have been bad for him to speak up. And then we're on to Korn, of course.
Oh, let's not talk about him too much because I might start crying.
Yeah, and almost time to pack your tent up.
Yeah.
It is going to be triumphant, I am sure. The set list looks amazing. What they've been playing so far in the year. We obviously won't spoil it for anyone who doesn't want to know. There is the return of some old favourites that haven't been played for a good 6-7 years. Really exciting. I've made it. It's no secret that in the past I've never really clicked with Korn.
No.
I think doing the podcast, talking to Jordan, I've given them much more airtime, and then suddenly it just all slotted, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And I think it was a song, maybe Rotten in Vain.
That's my favourite.
And I was like, oh, I get this now.
Yeah.
Did My Time, all songs like that. I was like, oh my God, it's so good.
It's going to be quite special, that, isn't it, of the night. I think we'll all be together for that. I can't wait for it to go dark, and some of those tracks in the dark will be brilliant, won't they?
Yeah, absolutely. It's probably a dark Korn set at Download on the main stage. It's never happened before.
What a way to finish the weekend as well there, mate.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward. Well, I'm not looking forward to it. That's not... It's hard to look forward to something and not look forward to it at the same time, but that's where we are.
It is one of the strongest days I think I've seen at Download. That Sunday. I absolutely love it.
That set is so good.
Yeah, it's mental.
I just had a worry that one song I'd really like isn't on it, and then I saw it, and very, very happy again. That is absolutely wall-to-wall great songs.
I think I know every track on there, which I wouldn't have done 6 months ago.
No, so I'm really glad that that's finally clicked for me, because I have definitely been missing out. Yeah. So I hope you're all looking forward to Download. We are 4 weeks, and we'll be.
Hell.
To be honest, when this comes out in tomorrow, Tuesday, many people will already be, rocking up to the hotels for Download. If you park up, and some people drive some of the way and do a bit on the other day. Some people just want to get as close as they can, as soon as they can. So we're going to do this Friday. Actually, we're going to have a chat with Hevs and John. I'm going to do a bit of a chat that's going to feature on our Journey to Download special. Yep. We're also going to have a bit of a input from some other people that we're going to have a little series of features. So it'll be a bit of a different episode, that one. We might do a little bit of a quiz.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, let's just have a little bit of a chatter on the way. If anyone's, driving down on their own or otherwise, it might be.
Yeah, just something to
just
listen to.
Us two annoying pricks in the bloody car.
Yeah, just put us on mute.
Yeah, I feel like that scene in Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, we've got to do something special that's going to get everyone excited. And selfishly, us excited when we're talking about it when we're recording, because we're going to be pretty giddy, mate, aren't we? So we might do a few quizzes and stuff for people to listen to on the way down. And we've got some really good stories of people's traditions, what they do the nights before Download, and it's quite funny how what some people have got. It's almost like the Christmas Eve tradition of what films you watch before you go to gigs and festivals, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's a nice
thing. It's really cool. We have our traditions now, which is brilliant, and the group's growing, and we all get giddy and start chatting and putting daft pictures in the group chat and stuff. But, oh man, I'm getting very excited now.
Very. So thanks a lot, everybody.
Brilliant. That's a long one. That 1 hour 20 we're on, I think. So yeah, thanks for listening. If you're still listening to us for this long.
Yeah. Thanks very much, guys. We'll speak to you again next week, and we will go through. Is that what we're doing next week? Well, we're doing Dogtooth and Avalanche. We're going to do them separately.
We are,
because
there's too many bands to fit through.
Yeah, I don't want it to be. Do it in a bit of more bite-sized chunks for them ones, because you may find your new favourite bands in that one.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Thanks very much.
See you again.